Some students are seriously considering dropping out of school. Some just feel like school isn't for them. And so today I want to provide you a decision framework for whether or not you should be dropping out of school. The first framework that I want to offer you is how much clarity you have in what you're giving up. School is really good for people who know that what they want to achieve requires school. It's also really good for people who lack clarity, like you don't know what you want. Because it's proven that people with higher education earn more money because you're more specialized. It makes sense. It's economics. And so if you don't know what you want, school is really good at putting you in a specialization. It might be the case that you get the degree and you have a job and you still don't know what you want in life. Like that happens. Like there are 30-year-olds that still don't know what they want in life. But at least they're able to make some money, take care of themselves and maybe their family. It certainly beats the alternative of you being 30 jobless and not knowing what you want, or you being 30 working a minimum wage job because you're not qualified to work any other job. Like, do you know what you want? If you don't, you should probably stay in school. It's probably a good idea. If you know what you want, then go get what you want, right? Like some people knew from a very early age that they want to be a musician. And so you don't need to study physics. Go study music theory. Do that. And so the first framework is clarity. Like, do you know what you want? If you don't, go to school. If you know what you want, go get what you want. And if what you want doesn't require school, you don't need to go, right? Drop out. It's okay. Number 2, benefits versus costs. What's the benefit of going to school? Well, we know the benefit of going to school. It's certainly not knowing a certain amount of chemistry. Like, we know that's not the benefit of going to school. We both know you're going to forget 80% of that. So the actual benefit of school is you're learning to learn. How fast can you take knowledge and apply it? And that's a skill that's valuable in the real world. If you wanted to learn about marketing and business, you're gonna have to read a lot. And then you're gonna have to apply that. And then you're gonna have to get feedback. And so if there's anything you can take away from school, take away the soft skills. You're learning how to learn. You're learning how to socialize in a mini community where there are hierarchies. It's a diverse community. There are people from different backgrounds, and you're learning how to function in this mini society. Like that's what you learn. And sometimes you do learn formal skills like how to interview, like leadership if you join a club. English is important. Like the ability to communicate is important. Like you should probably learn that. But what about the costs? Do you need to provide for the family? Do you actually need money right away? And how important is that money to the family? Like that's an important question you have to answer as well. And so like what are the costs? And what are the benefits? I don't want you to make the mistake of underestimating benefits that are far into the future and overestimating costs that you're experiencing right now, right? Like the time and effort. Don't ever quit something because it's hard. Anything worthwhile takes hard work and it takes time. Time and effort today is a cost, but it will reap future benefits. You're not gonna feel those benefits today, but 10 years later, if you get a PhD in chemistry and you discover a new element or something like that, that's when you'll reap the benefits. So first framework, clarity. Do you know what you want? Second framework, cost versus benefits. Third framework, mental and physical health. Is school preventing you from functioning as a regular human being? Do you feel the effects of school on your health? Like, are you not able to sleep? Are you not able to go out with friends? Talk to friends? Do you even have friends? Are you getting bullied? All of those are things that might affect your mental or physical health. Like, do you have a physical ailment that is making it very difficult, that's increasing the cost of going to school? And would taking a gap year be beneficial to you? The thing with taking a gap year is that, yes, you get 1 year to recharge and get into a better mental state for yourself or a physical state for yourself. But you have to realize that it's highly likely that a year later you're going to go back to the same kind of environment. And so first thing about taking a gap year is, yeah, you want to be in a better state at the end of the year, but you also want to be able to deal with the similar environment that you're going to go back to a year from now. In the grand scheme of things, I personally think a gap year does not matter. If you should take one for your health, you should take one. And it certainly beats the students that feel overwhelmed by their current schoolwork, but they want to apply to university and get into a school that will demand even more from them. And it's frankly scary when I think about where they're gonna end up. To sum up, who isn't school good for? I don't think school is good for people that know exactly what they want and they're not gonna change their minds, and what they want doesn't require school. I don't think school is good for people who are sacrificing their health to go to school. School is really good at training employees that are specialized in a specific field. So I don't think school trains entrepreneurs. I don't think school is good for entrepreneurs. But at the same time, you don't want to use something like entrepreneurship as an excuse to not go to school. Like, I'm just gonna start a business, so I don't need to know chemistry. Are you? Are you really? Is that your passion? Unless you've been selling lemonade from when you're 5 years old and you have an alternative path that you can pursue. Like, that's the difference, right? Some people have actual businesses. Like, I have students that have actual businesses and they're doing well in school. And I have students that have actual businesses that are like, you know what? School is something that I just want to get over with so I can focus on my business. But then I have these students that are like, I want to start a business, so I'm not even going to focus in school. Right? Like, that's a bad idea because you don't actually have a business yet. You just want one. And so you actually don't have an alternative path to focus on. I think school is good for people that aren't sure of what they want to do in the future. And that's unfortunately the majority of people at 17, 18, 20, 22. You don't know what you want in life and you're figuring things out. And so school is designed for people who are still figuring things out. Like, that's why you have to take chemistry, math, and physics. Because we want to give you a taste of everything. And it makes sense that you hate some of the things that you study because, like, you don't know what you like, right? But it's good to also figure out what you don't like. And I also think school is good for people who know that they need school in the future. Like, if you want to be a doctor, you should probably go to school for that. So to answer the question, should you drop out? Well, are you healthy? Do you have an alternative path to pursue that you already are pursuing and you've clarified that that path is the path that you will stick with for the foreseeable future? Do you have clarity on what you want in life? And does that path require school?